Have you ever been in like a really heated argument, maybe with a partner, maybe even a colleague, and heard that phrase, "You're nothing without me"?
Yeah, it's such a gut punch, isn't it? Designed to wound control.
Totally. But, how often does someone actually get to test that to see if it's true?
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. A story where that precise challenge, that awful phrase, actually kicked off this incredible, a really revealing journey for someone.
Yeah, it's this amazing look at how one person's projection, where they dump their own stuff onto someone else.
Where their insecurities, their flaws.
Right, how that can actually become the proof of the other person's independence. It's kind of ironic.
It really is. We're unpacking a story from The Thriving After Nothing Without You, and it digs into like professional credit, setting boundaries, and honestly, the surprising strength people find when they're pushed to prove themselves.
So our mission here is to pull out the key lessons from this pretty wild story, hopefully find some of those aha moments about telling the difference between real support and, well, manipulation.
And figuring out where success really comes from.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the spark, the inciting incident.
Right. So picture this. Felix, he's a 28-year-old freelance web designer. It's 8 p.m. He's working hard, trying to wrap up this important Morrison contract. He's in the zone.
And then bam, the door flies open. It's Scarlett, his 26-year-old girlfriend. She doesn't knock, just barges in.
And immediately starts complaining, right? Are you still working? Seriously, lots of size.
And then she does something, honestly, it makes my blood boil just thinking about it. She walks over and just closes his laptop mid-save.
Deleting 3 hours of work. Just gone.
It's pure control, isn't it? Like an immediate physical power play.
Absolutely. Zero regard for his work, his time. And the backstory makes it even more complicated. Scarlett's been staying with him like 6 nights a week for 8 months.
Ever since her old roommate kicked her out for not paying bills, apparently.
Yeah. So she's using his food, his Netflix, everything. But technically, her mail still goes to her parents' house. She insists she's just visiting.
Even though she's basically living there rent-free, it's a setup.
It really is. So she's there, disrupting him, consuming resources, and then she launches into this speech.
Oh yeah, the "I made you" speech.
Exactly. Who helped you network? Who got you that Palmer contract through Claire? Who told you to charge more? She claims she took him from like $20 an hour basic websites to making $70K last year.
Saying she made him legitimate is audacious. What's the psychology there?
Look, this is key insight number one. Manipulators often inflate their help. They claim credit for your overall success, not specific things they actually did.
Right, it's vague stuff like networking or pushing you, not "I coded this part" or "I landed that client call."
Precisely. And Felix, he's probably stunned. His first reaction is quiet. You're probably right.
Oh, wait.
Which is super common. That shock can make you doubt yourself for a second.
Yeah, you almost think, wait, did they?
Exactly. So a big takeaway for you listening. Look for concrete, specific contributions, not just someone being around while you succeed.
And Scarlett doesn't just let him go back to work quietly, does she?
Oh no. She grabs her post, storms to the door, and drops the line. "You're nothing without me, Felix. Nothing." Then slams the door. Classic dramatic exit.
Meant to just crush him. But then the laptop, what happened next?
That's the twist. He opens the laptop, probably dreading starting over, but auto recovery saved almost everything.
Oh, thank goodness for auto recovery.
Right, but it's more than just files. It's like this small win gave him this jolt of energy. He decides, right there, he's going to test that theory. Her theory about him being nothing without her.
Love that, turning the insult into a challenge.
Exactly. And the results. Almost immediate.
So fast forward 2 weeks, how's the nothing without her experiment going?
It's blowing up her theory spectacularly. Felix's productivity shot up 40%. 40%.
Wow, just by her not being there.
Apparently. He landed 2 new clients, finished 3 projects early. The notes say he was free from constant distractions and what he called her emergencies.
Which often involved, what, wanting takeout or needing attention?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It just shows how much energy she was draining, maybe without him even fully realizing it.
You don't know how heavy something is until you put it down, right?
Exactly. It's amazing how removing a toxic element can free you up.
Okay, so Felix is thriving, productivity's up, but Scarlett, I'm guessing she didn't just vanish quietly.
Not a chance. This is totally predictable, actually. When the "nothing without me" bomb didn't work, she had to switch tactics to regain control. His success was like a personal insult to her narrative.
So what does she try first?
Started pretty quickly. Day 2.
Yeah.
Texts like, how's work going without your muse? Trying to insert herself back in, claiming she had strategic advice on that Morrison project she dismissed earlier.
The muse. Seriously. And then she tried that ambush with the client, right? Claire from yoga.
Oh, yeah. Claiming Claire wants to go through me now and declaring, I'm your business manager.
What's the play there? Just trying to wedge yourself back in.
It's classic gatekeeping. Trying to force his client relationships through her to make herself seem essential. Undermined his direct connection.
But he shut it down.
Firmly. Canceled the meeting, asked them both to leave his place, told Claire to just email him directly if she needed web work. Clear boundary, no more games.
Good for him. And the boundaries kept getting tested, I imagine.
Oh yeah. Week 2 got wilder. He changed the locks on his apartment.
Smart move.
And he comes home to find her trying to buzz her way into the building, genuinely shocked he'd locked her out. She's like, we didn't break up.
Seriously. After the nothing without me exit.
Right. But Felix just calmly repeated her own words back to her. You said I was nothing without you. That sounds like a breakup to me. Holding that line.
That takes serious resolve.
It does. And changing the locks reveals something else pretty disturbing.
What was that?
He found out she'd had 17 packages delivered to his address in the 2 weeks since the breakup, using his place for online shopping sprees.
17. While supposedly broken up.
Yep. And the building manager confirmed she never lived there, never paid rent, never paid a dime. It wasn't just annoying ex behavior, it was exploitation.
And it got worse, didn't it? The money.
Yeah, that's the really shocking escalation. Felix checks his Amazon account and finds she'd charged $3,400 to his saved credit cards.
No way. What was she buying?
Clothes, makeup, gadgets, just random stuff. He immediately reported it as fraud, canceled the cards.
That's not just manipulation anymore. That's actual fraud.
Yeah.
Criminal.
It absolutely is. And that's a huge red flag for anyone listening. When it crosses from emotional stuff to actual financial harm or theft, you need firm action, maybe even legal.
So after the fraud discovery, what came next? The guilt trips.
Oh, the guilt campaign went into overdrive. Her mom calls Felix, accusing him of evicting Scarlett, asking where she's supposed to go. Now her mom turned her room into an office.
Oh, the classic triangulation, getting the parents involved.
Exactly. And at the same time, her friends start blasting him online, spreading stories that he kicked her out, abandoned her, was holding her stuff hostage.
The flying monkeys, as they call them, enlisting others to do the dirty work.
You got it. Trying to use social pressure. But Felix was ready. He publicly posted clarifications.
What did he say?
Just the facts. You can't be evicted from a place you don't live in. Deleting someone's work isn't support. And fraudulently ordered Amazon packages aren't belongings being held hostage.
Oof. Direct and factual.
The source says the response online was just silence. His clarity cut through the manufactured drama.
So her attempts to control him just keep escalating texts, ambushes, fraud, smear campaigns. Why the big ramp up?
That's textbook extinction burst. It's a psychology term. Basically, when a behavior used to work, like her manipulation, getting her attention or control, and it suddenly stops working.
She doesn't just stop trying.
No, she tries harder. More extreme versions of the same behavior, like a kid throwing a massive tantrum when whining didn't get the candy.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's crucial for listeners to get this. Setting boundaries with someone manipulative often triggers this escalation, but you have to hold firm to break that cycle.
So 1 month after the initial breakup, what form did the extinction burst take next?
She went into full public relations offensive mode, created an Instagram account, Scarlett Hayes, digital business consultant.
Oh boy.
Yeah, claims she was a former manager of multiple successful ventures, using stock photos and Felix's actual work as case studies.
She put his work on her consultant profile. The nerve.
Absolutely breathtaking audacity. And then she started emailing his long-term clients.
What? What did she say?
Claimed Felix was restructuring and she'd be handling their accounts now. Pitched her own standalone consulting for $500 a month, boasting that his business grew 300% under my management.
Wow. Is that just pure desperation or is there a strategy there?
It's probably both, right? Desperate to regain relevance, but also a calculated strike to steal his clients and credibility. Trying to paint herself as the secret sauce behind his success.
So how did Felix handle that?
He sent a mass email to his clients, just giving them a heads up, explaining the situation briefly. They were mostly just confused, but appreciated him letting them know.
Okay, damage control done. But she didn't stop there, did she?
Nope. Next came the really, let's say, legally questionable move. Direct copyright infringement.
What did she do?
Create her own website. and literally copied and pasted Felix's entire portfolio onto it, just swapping his name for Scarlett Hayes designs.
She just stole his portfolio wholesale. That's incredibly dumb.
And illegal. Yeah. This wasn't just reputation games anymore. It was clear-cut infringement. So Felix got his lawyer involved.
Smart.
Yep. Lawyer sent a cease and desist letter, had it out within 24 hours. The legal system's a pretty effective boundary when personal ones fail.
So faced with legal action, did she back down?
Her response was to show up at his apartment with suitcases.
You're kidding. Trying to move back in?
Trying to move back in.
Yeah.
Claiming it was an illegal eviction, talking about her rights.
What rights? She never lived there.
Exactly what Felix calmly asked her. Can you show me proof of residency? A lease? A utility bill? Of course she couldn't. Building security ended up escorting her out.
Just, wow. The persistence is unreal.
And after that failure, she went nuclear on social media. Huge rant.
About what?
Oh, the usual tropes. Narcissistic exes who steal your work, men who can't handle successful women, all that jazz.
But it backfired, didn't it?
Spectacularly. Because Felix's client, Claire, remember the one from yoga class?
Yeah.
She commented publicly on the post, basically calling out Scarlett's lies about her supposed business manager role. Exposed the whole thing.
Ouch. Public truth bomb.
Scarlett deleted the post pretty fast after that. Shows how quickly those narratives crumble when confronted with facts.
And the desperation just kept climbing. There was something about an apartment application.
Oh, this one's almost darkly funny. She applied for an apartment and listed Felix as her landlord.
No.
Yes. Claimed she paid him $1,100 a month in rent. The property manager actually called Felix for a reference.
What did Felix say?
Just the truth. She was never a tenant, never paid rent, wasn't his responsibility. You have to wonder what her end game was there. It really suggests a complete disconnect from reality or just extreme entitlement. And then, topping it all off, her dad calls Felix again.
What did he want this time?
Asked Felix to be reasonable and give her a reference anyway. Mentioned she was crashing on their couch and his wife was going crazy.
Unbelievable. Trying to make her problems Felix's problems again?
And Felix's reply? Perfect. He suggested she should try consulting her way into an apartment.
Huh. Using her own fake job title against her. Brilliant.
A perfect, sharp comeback.
Okay, so that brings us to month 2. The grand finale. The public showdown.
Yeah, the final implosion. So Felix is at this industry networking event giving a presentation on sustainable web design. He's doing his thing.
And guess who shows up?
You guessed it. Scarlett appears, dressed in business attire, name tag. CEO Hayes Digital Consulting,
CEO now.
apparently. And she hasn't just shown up. She's paid for a vendor table. Got a banner printed featuring Felix's copyrighted work.
No. She displayed his stolen work at a public event where he was speaking.
Bold doesn't even cover it. She's there, pitching herself, telling people how she transformed a struggling freelancer into a 6-figure business, a public appropriation on a grand scale.
So what did Felix do? This is the moment, right?
It really was. And he handled it masterfully. He finished his presentation, then calmly walked over to her table, laptop in hand. No yelling, no big scene.
This brought the evidence.
Exactly. He opened his laptop and started showing the people gathered around her table the Git history for the code on her banner.
For people who don't know, Git history is like digital proof, right? It shows who wrote what when.
Precisely. It's like the DNA of the project, irrefutable. He also showed client contracts in his name, copyright registrations. Just laid out the undeniable proof that the work was his. The crowd, as you can imagine, got very interested. People love drama.
So her defense must have crumbled pretty fast. What did she even try to say?
She weakly claimed it was her strategic guidance that mattered.
Strategic guidance. How did Felix respond to that?
Pure deadpan gold. He just looked at her and said, "You told me one website looked too blue," and asked if I could make the logo bigger.
Ooh, mic drop. What was the reaction?
The crowd apparently burst out laughing. It just perfectly punctured her inflated claims with mundane reality, completely disarmed her.
And then security stepped in.
Yep, saw the commotion, heard what was happening, and swiftly escorted her and her fraudulent banner out.
The public exposure, the physical removal, it's almost poetic justice.
It really is. And as she was being led away, Felix delivered the final blow, that callback to her original line.
What did he say?
"You're nothing to my business. Never were." Just turned her own weapon right back on her. The power shift was complete.
Wow. But this story doesn't quite end there, does it? Something good came out of that mess.
Something amazing, actually. His presentation had gone well, despite the interruption. And afterwards, this woman, Rachel, from a company called Techstart Innovations, approached him,
She'd seen the whole thing.
witnessed the entire confrontation at the vendor table. She was impressed by his actual designs, the ones Scarlett tried to steal, and by how he handled himself. She offered him a $50,000 contract on the spot, his biggest project to date.
That's incredible. Talk about validation. Right there, born out of the chaos she created.
Exactly. The ultimate proof that his success was his own. He handled it professionally, too. Posted a simple, drama-free update on LinkedIn about the new TechStart partnership. All about the work.
Classy move. Did Scarlett try anything else after that humiliation?
One last pathetic attempt. A message from a fake social media account repeating the old line, "You'd be nothing without my early guidance."
Just couldn't let it go.
Nope. But Felix's final thought on it all was really powerful. He reflected, "I'm exactly who I was before you, just with better boundaries and bigger contracts." That shows huge growth in his own self-worth.
Absolutely. And Scarlett. What's her status now, according to the source?
Moved back home with her parents, permanently this time. The consulting website vanished. Her Instagram bio changed to taking a sabbatical to focus on personal growth.
Which the source translates as.
Can't afford rent, and nobody believes the consulting grift anymore. A bit harsh, maybe, but probably accurate.
And Felix?
Business is booming, up 60% since she's been gone, without all the drama and interruptions. And his final quote in the source really sums it all up.
What does he say?
Turns out I wasn't nothing without her. I was everything. She was the nothing, trying to claim credit for something. She couldn't believe her eyes when she saw me thriving. When her "you're nothing without me" proved to be pure projection. Because here's the truth. People who contribute nothing always think you'd be nothing without them. They're always wrong.
Wow, that is a powerful conclusion. So, wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for everyone listening?
I mean, this story is just such a stark reminder, isn't it? True value, real contribution, your self-worth, it comes from inside you.
And that phrase, "you're nothing without me," it's almost always projection, right? Someone putting their own feelings of inadequacy onto you.
Exactly. They contribute little, so they try to claim ownership of your contributions to feel important. It's all about their insecurity.
So it really makes you think, how do you spot the difference in your own life? Genuine support versus someone just trying to take credit.
Yeah, what are the actual tangible things someone does, not just vague claims? And maybe more importantly, what boundaries do you need to protect your work, your achievements, your sense of self?
Especially from people who might try to diminish you or steal your shine.
Definitely.
And here's something to chew on as you go about your week. How often does someone seeming indispensable actually hide the fact that they contribute very little real value? What's the difference between real collaboration and just taking credit?
Good question.
And how do you make sure you get recognized for what you actually truly achieve? Something to think about. Until next time on our deep dive.